When the 2022 Subaru BRZ launched here in the Philippines, I did a quick features video of it, and in that video, I did promise you guys that I would borrow the Subaru BRZ for a few days. Well, here it is, in the flesh, ready for a proper Reagan's Rides review video. Friends, meet the 2022 Subaru BRZ equipped with a 6-speed automatic transmission. Let's do this! Hello guys, I'm Reagan and welcome back to another video. If you're new here, I invite you to click that subscribe button for your regular dose of Philippine automotive content. If you're my subscriber already, well, sit back, relax, click that like button and enjoy the show. Oh yes, and if you find this video helpful, clicking that super thanks button will also be highly appreciated. If it were up to me, then I would have borrowed the Subaru BRZ equipped with a proper 6-speed manual transmission. However, the media unit of Subaru Philippines for the BRZ is this 6-speed automatic, so it will have to make do for now. The thing is, most of the niceties and creature comforts and tech can be found in this top-spec BRZ with an automatic transmission. So if you're like my good friend Soju Cars, who loves car features and tech and niceties, then the Subaru BRZ with an automatic is the way to go. Now when it comes to the price, the top-spec Subaru BRZ with an automatic retails for 2,619,000 Philippine pesos, which might seem a little bit pricey for some. But then guys, if you think about it, is there anything affordable nowadays? While the price of the BRZ might bring tears to your eyes, well, the moment you lay eyes on this beauty, all of those tears will go away. You see, the second-gen Subaru BRZ now looks like an expensive sports car, similar in silhouette to, let's say, the Jaguar F-Type. Now, this is a gorgeous machine, and it also gets a gorgeous set of LED lighting units here, along with these C-shaped LED DRLs. Now, when you pair that with this aggressive-looking front bumper that comes with fully functional air vents, guys, this BRZ looks absolutely stunning. So stunning that when you park it in the parking lot and you're walking away, it will always merit a second look from you because it is just so beautiful. In fact, guys, on the first day that I got this media unit, I spent a lot of time in the parking lot just admiring the curves and the looks of this sports car because, wow, I mean, wow. The BRZ's side profile oozes with sex appeal. Now, I love that we get the functional air vents here on the front fenders, and the way these air vents merge into these sculpted side skirts right here, dude, it's just sex on wheels, man. Now guys, it's important to note that the roof, front fender, and the hood of the second-gen BRZ are all made of aluminum, which helps to offset some of the weight gain from the larger engine there, as well as the safety features that were added to this vehicle. As such, guys, the second-generation Subaru BRZ weighs just as much as the first-gen, making it still quite the lightweight sports car. Now guys, when you turn your attention to the rear fenders of this vehicle, I mean, look at those flared wide hips right there. It's just absolutely sexy. And these fenders house these gorgeous looking 18-inch alloy wheels that are wrapped in 40 series tires. Now mind you guys, these tires are Michelin Pilot Sport 4s, which are some of the grippiest and stickiest performance road tires available today. I'm also happy that even this automatic transmission BRZ is equipped with a Torsen limited slip differential, which should help with its cornering performance. And as for the ground clearance, well guys, it is a sports car, so the ground clearance is 130 millimeters. So yeah, just be careful when you're parking over tall parking bump stops. The Subaru BRZ's rear end is properly sorted out. It has that Aston Martin vibe going on to it, the way it's been sculpted, and it looks darn sexy, guys. Now, I love how they incorporated the ducktail spoiler here, down to the C-shaped LED taillights, and of course, we also get a pair of functional exhaust pipes there that's still framing an F1 style reflector. Now, I'm pretty sure most of you guys would want to hear what these stock exhausts sound like, so here's a listen. As you heard it guys, well, the stock exhausts were a bit on the quiet side even if we put it in track mode. So I would perfectly understand it if a lot of Subaru BRZ owners out there would replace these stock exhausts with a pair of juicier and more delicious sounding aftermarket bits. Now guys, when we pop open the trunk here, I was also quite surprised to see that the second gen BRZ comes with a full-size spare tire here, although this full-size spare tire kinda impinges on the overall cargo capacity. As such, the trunk space has been reduced to 6.3 cubic feet here, which is still good for maybe a week's worth of groceries. However guys, if you need to transport longer items like let's say a golf bag, well, you'll be happy to know that the back seats can fold down, which means that you can now accommodate maybe a pair of golf bags. The second generation BRZ has addressed that lack of power concern of most enthusiasts because it now gets a larger 2.4-liter Boxer 4 engine here. Now mind you, this FA24 motor is still naturally aspirated, but it can still put out a healthy 234 horsepower at a screaming 7,000 RPM and around 250 Newton meters of torque. Now the power is still sent to the rear wheels only via a 6-speed automatic transmission for this variant. Now here's the thing guys, 234 horses means that the Philippine spec BRZ may be the most powerful stock BRZ in the ASEAN region and possibly on the planet. Now the good news here guys is the second gen BRZ's weight has been kept close to the first generation BRZ, so overall performance have been improved. Now 0 to 100 kilometers per hour times for this automatic trim can be done in as quick as 6.8 seconds, all the way up to a top speed of 216 kilometers per hour. Now, as for the fuel consumption, well, the Subaru BRZ still consumes fuel like a sports car because on city drives, the best I got was around 6.6 kilometers per liter, and on a highway run to this location, I was able to get 11.6 kilometers per liter. Well guys, if you think about it, people who buy Subaru BRZs, yeah, they don't really prioritize fuel economy that much, right? The cabin layout of the second generation Subaru BRZ is pretty identical to the layout of the first generation BRZ, although the second gen gets some improvements when it comes to tech and safety. Now the sport bucket seats here are still wrapped in a combination of leather and ultra suede material, which gives these sport bucket seats a bit of a premium and luxury feel. Now, the seats do have a good amount of bolstering for the thighs and for the sides of the body. So when you decide to take your Subaru BRZ out canyon carving, well, these seats would be a capable partner. Now guys, when you look at the instrument gauge cluster of this second generation BRZ, well, it does get an updated gauge cluster here because it's now fully digital, and it also has its own set of party tricks. Of course, we get the digital tachometer right there front and center, and we have some information on the side such as the torque and horsepower readings, a G-force meter, and even a lap timer. Now guys, the second gen BRZ, the automatic trim, comes equipped with several drive modes, guys. We have, of course, the stock or default setting, which is the normal mode, and then we have a sport mode, a snow mode, and a track mode. Now when you shift it to track mode, well, it just turns off the traction control system, but it also changes the design of your tachometer to something that is more track-oriented. Now another new feature for the second gen BRZ is that its 8-inch touchscreen infotainment system here now comes equipped with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and also the image of a reverse camera. However, for the audio quality of this system, well, it's kind of tinny. So yes, if you're more of an audiophile, guys, you will be well served if you just upgrade the sound system, the speaker system of this second generation BRZ. Now, we also have an actual manual handbrake here. It still doesn't get an electronic parking brake, so you could still do some drifting action if you can with this automatic trim. And of course, guys, we also have a back seat that's kind of suited more for storage or for items instead of actual people. You see, the front area, this the driver's seat and the front passenger seat, it's kind of spacious, such that if you're over 6 feet tall, you wouldn't feel too claustrophobic here. But if we got a bunch of 6-footers up front, well, there would be no more leg room at the back. So unless you're a person without any legs, then you wouldn't be able to fit at the back seat of the Subaru BRZ. Now guys, as for some of the nitpicks of this vehicle, well, I do have a few nitpicks here. First up is, well, it doesn't get speed sensing door locks. So yes, every time you go out for a drive in your Subaru BRZ, you will have to lock your doors to keep yourself and your passengers safe at all times. Now the second nitpick here are the turn signals, because yes, Doug DeMuro was right. The turn signals are kind of iffy to operate, so they should have just stuck with the usual turn signals and call it a day. Now the third nitpick here is the fact that we have a dedicated speaker underneath the glove box, which pipes in some engine noises into the cabin. Now that makes you feel like you're driving a really fast sports car, but the weird thing there is that speaker also pipes in the sound of your horn every time you use the car's horn. So that's kind of weird and a little bit annoying. The thing is, guys, the automatic variant of the Subaru BRZ also comes equipped with the Subaru's Eyesight safety technology, so it's a big upgrade in terms of safety bits. Now, as you're seeing on your screen now, guys, the automatic version of the BRZ gets all of these driver assist aids, including adaptive cruise control, which is something that I didn't really expect to see in an affordable and tossable sports car. But guys, I am quite glad that it's there. Now, other than that, guys, well, the materials used here are still pretty much hard plastics all around. But we do get some suede materials in the high traffic areas, so that's also pretty good. And yes, this cabin, in a way, kind of feels a little bit more premium than the first generation BRZ. The second generation Subaru BRZ is a good-looking sports car that builds on the popularity of its predecessor. It's also equipped with a good bunch of safety and convenience features to make the daily drive a lot more comfortable. But how does it drive? Well, guys, it's now time for you to click that subscribe button and click that notification bell because I am uploading my Subaru BRZ driving review video very, very soon. But until then, thanks for watching.